Hi everybody, it's Wednesday, which this year hopefully is going to be the day when I post one of the cast iron recipes that we are either trying or love the best. So stay tuned, this is a new one and it's called Tamale Pie. So hope you like it. Okay, so first I am browning some meat. This is ground beef. And I've added 2 teaspoons of chili powder along with 2 teaspoons of cumin. And then I've sprinkled salt, freshly ground salt and pepper on top. So I'm just browning all of that together first. And then after it's browned, I'm going to transfer it to a plate to make my skillet available. And I'm going to turn my skillet back on. My oven is set now for 400 degrees Fahrenheit. And I'm gonna add some garlic, just 2 cloves of garlic, and 1 onion that I've chopped up to my skillet so that they can soften. So, we'll check back in. My onions have been browned with the garlic, and I'm gonna add a little bit of my meat back in. My package is about 1.3 pounds, so I'm going to save some of this for another dish so that I have some room for the other yummy goodies I'm going to put in my skillet. And then I'm going to add some diced tomatoes and green chilies. Some chili, which never wants to come out of the can. And I'm going to mix all of that together. Oh, this smells so good. That's one thing I missed living in the Middle East was chili and green chilies just available at the grocery store. Sometimes I could find them and sometimes I couldn't. Most often the kind that I was looking for would be out of stock shortly after it arrived. So I'm gonna let this just cook together for a little bit. Okay, I've actually transferred half of my mixture over the filling into another enameled Dutch oven to continue baking, and I think I'm going to save that in the freezer so that I can make this again because I want to make sure to have enough of space for my cornbread mixture. So next I have this, it's cooked, it smells so yummy, and I'm going to grate some cheddar cheese on top of it. We like to buy the really big blocks of cheese. Of course I didn't do this ahead of time so you could see how good I am at grating. And then I'm going to layer it on top with my cornbread mixture, which I've made ahead of time. Instead of just corn, it actually has some green beans and peas and carrots because I like to use what I have. And I'm going to just spread that around on top of the filling and the cheese. And then I'm going to stick this in the oven carefully. Oh, it's heavy. It's so heavy. That's why they say you build muscle with cast iron. And of course I made sure to take off my cover for my handle. That's gonna bake in the oven for 15 minutes before the next step. And I've melted add some butter, 2 tablespoons of salted butter in my other little cast iron skillet, and I'm going to drizzle it on top. Wow. And then I'm going to stick it back in the oven for 15 to 20 minutes until my cornbread on top is done. So I'm going to check that with a toothpick at the end.